What's going on out there, guys? Welcome to another Addicted Fishing podcast. I know it's been a while. We always said, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it.
You got to keep rhythm. And it's been a while. You know,
that should just be part of our intro
exactly.
now. It's just, every time we're like, yeah, guys, sorry, I'm out. But dude, truth be told, like, we have been doing anything and everything right now. We haven't been too much in studio. We've been doing some live fishing. And
then it has been a while. I didn't really think about that. It has been like 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, because I was gone. Did you guys do one when I was? What's that?
I think we did do one a while back.
Okay, so there was one like
it was
3
a very
weeks ago.
scatterbrained one. It was me and Marlon, so of course.
Well, this one ain't going to be any better with me. I don't know what to do with just you and Marlon.
So I think all you out there know that.
Well, right on. Well, shoot, like I said, there's a lot to do, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. Just kind of the goings on in the areas. We got a special guest, RJ Bennett from Lower Columbia Guide Service, because we're going to be talking even some bottom fishing tonight in our live feed. But by the time you guys hear this, it's already out. So check it out on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to, guys, right now, 30% off everything at our addicted.fishing store.
The warehouse sale.
We've got a big, beautiful new warehouse. We need to get it in check. We need to get everything cleared out. Marlon's got some just insane things going on there. So everything on the website right now, addicted.fishing, 30%
and I believe
off.
Free pack of worms with certain orders.
Oh yeah,
you'll have to look into it. Look on the website. There is some free stuff to be had.
He's dropping his shorts. Let's just say that it's really deep right now, and let's just say the guys are moving a ton of inventory, but the place is looking pretty killer. And there's some ideas for later on down the road that we need to get that place in check. So, but man, I'm exhausted. Sturgeon opener. I'm gonna ramble. I got a Red Bull in hand, and what have you guys been doing? I sturgeon fished today.
My first day was last Saturday for sturgeon, but it was slow.
But you had other intentions.
We had other intentions. It was my clients on Saturday decided that we wanted to bottom fish about 2 hours into it. So
why is that? Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So we're gonna talk some bottom fishing first because we finally got some good ocean conditions around here.
Yeah.
You're Lower Columbia River Guide Service.
Yep.
Do a ton of fishing down there in the estuary. More boats right next to each other. Buoy 10. You know, just have some fun in the big pond. And the weather this year has just been garbage.
Poseidon has not been happy.
No.
I've had 2 weather windows since March to fish. Really? This last weekend was the first decent weather window. We actually got 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And so we decided 2 hours into the sturgeon fishing that we were going to jump out to the ocean.
Well, a lot of that sturgeon fishing right now is concentrated on the Lower Columbia, so you can just pack it up and
you can. Yeah, you can. We kind of packed for everything, right? I mean, we had all of our sturgeon gear with us, and we tried for a little bit. It was outgoing tide in the morning. So we couldn't really cross in the morning. It was a big tide. It was a 7-foot exchange.
Better for sturgeon?
It was better for
sturgeon. So if you were going to get sturgeon that early.
Yeah, and we kind of made the play to fish a little bit lower in the river just because we knew we were going to go for bottom fish. So maybe not in the areas I would have targeted normally for sturgeon, but why not? It's open. It's an opportunity for us to fish for them. So we did for a couple hours. But once we got out bottom fishing, there wasn't a lot of people, and the fishing was pretty incredible.
No one's been playing with them.
No.
And that's a big part of it, too. The biomass can get cleaned out in a fishery like a bottom fish fishery and in certain areas with a high capacity of people, correct?
Yeah, and I think it does because it seems like, like the late spring, early summer, like the bottom fishing just on some of these concentrated areas where guys can walk in, the North Jetty and some of these other beaches and stuff like it. Seems like it's really good, and then it kind of like tapers off. But the one thing is I do think there is a constant recruitment of fish to these areas because and you've seen it, and we've talked about this where like one day you'll go out and you go across the whole jetties there off the Columbia, and this goes for like Tillamook, this goes for like all these bottom fishing reefs, and we're going to talk everything all the way up the north coast of Washington. It's just kind of where we're familiar with, but we notice that sometimes you go out and all you do is you catch tons and tons and tons of these little smaller 2 to 3 pound black rock fish, and you just catch them by the gazillions of them, and then you'll go out the very next day, and those little guys are nowhere to be found, and then you find just big, good quality
5 pound
black, solid, right, solid like black rocks. And you're like, where did all these little rats go?
There's like a divide through like residents and migratory.
I think fish just move in, and like the schools, like I think they move in and out because we catch them out salmon fishing. I caught 2 last year out in 180 feet of water, 12 feet down on my rods targeting coho, where I wasn't within 10 miles of our damn rock.
Right.
And here I am catching black rockfish.
Well, in the places that these fish can hide, we can't. I honestly, I don't think you can get on all of them.
Right.
So
that's a good point too.
You know,
Sometimes the
with
ones are
tides
just
the
and current
currents
and
are pushing, the
weather
wind's
and-
pushing, right? I mean, we target the schools that we can access, but those fish can find places to hide that I don't think we can get on them. One thing I noticed the last 2 trips out, though, is we had mixes of littles and bigs.
Yeah.
It was nice to see.
I'd imagine there
It
was
was-
a lot of everything.
It was really nice to see. I mean, we were able to kind of cycle through the smaller fish and pick quality, 4 and 5 pound sea bass. Same thing with the lingcod.
The best part about, bottom fishing, lingcod too.
Yes.
Good amount of lingcod.
I think we boated 25 lingcod on Saturday. it was, and it
Well,
wasn't.
even the deep water guys are getting them right now. Like everybody's getting them.
Yeah, the guys I know that run the deep water for it was the first real halibut day that people could get out on Sunday, and they got big lings out there. We got big lings near shore. It was nice to see, and it wasn't just feeders. It was keeper size lingcod. So it was really nice to see, and not a lot of traffic. With all the seasons that are open, everybody's kind of spread out.
Which is a good thing.
Oh,
It is.
totally.
A lot of soccer
Totally.
fields to play ball on
Yeah,
right
lots
now.
of opportunity.
Finally, right?
Right.
Finally, it's been years since we've had so many options. A lot of our close friends have been leaving this time of year. I know Cameron even. This is probably the first year in how long that you didn't do any kokanee trips.
That's
damn,
you're right.
really,
I think I've done
truly,
2.
Truly,
Yeah.
like that's all you were doing the last
Yep.
2 or 3 years. So it's a blessing, and like
And nothing against kokanee guys.
no, it's
If
great
we can
to
go get springers.
It's great
and
to be a
rockfish.
fisherman that uses the resource, and I think for anybody listening out there, and even with the rockfish stuff, like I think probably 70% of the people listening here are going to be bank anglers for any sort of rockfish. But just the fact that there is, areas you can go to and you can switch in the middle of the day of species, and it just makes for a great opportunity to get into fishing and have success for once. you know?
The opportunities are great. I mean, even and I'm partial to down towards the coast because that's where my main focus is. But even the bank guys down there, you can fish sturgeon on an outgoing tide off the bank, and then run down to the jetty and fish off the jetty for rockfish.
Yeah.
Well, right now, even like Jarek Higginbotham was out there today fishing sturgeon with us, and he was like, it's funny, at 2:00, everybody was going in, and he was heading actually upriver to go salmon fishing for the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I mean, like, what can't you do right now?
Yeah, exactly. I saw it on Saturday when we were back at the dock at 2:00. There was a boat launching with flashers and spinners heading out salmon fishing.
Oh, jeez.
It was great. It was
What's
great.
your favorite way to target rocks and target these lingcod? If you, let's say, because like maybe talk a little bit of it, to where like even like where the bank anglers get access a little bit too. I mean, what's your favorite?
So kind of a general rule of thumb. I'm gonna fish, jig heads, swim baits, plastics, especially you can kind of fish it off the bank end out of the boat. Light stuff, 1 ounce, 7 foot spinning rod, something that's easy to pack around on the jetty, stuff like that. Mostly, 3.5, 4.5 inch swim baits, stuff like that.
So you're swim bait, you're bass fishing.
Yeah, you're bass fishing. If I'm in the boat, it's gonna be a different story, right? We're gonna jig and use a little bit heavier weights,
More vertical stuff.
Yeah, a lot more vertical stuff. I pour my own 6 ounce diamond jigs. It's really a chunk of lead, and we run. It's almost like a crappie leader, with a couple of shrimp flies, 18 inches up and 2 feet up from that. It's for me, it's easy fishing. It's people can catch onto it really easy. You're dropping
feel
straight
bottom.
down. You can feel bottom.
Yeah.
As
There's
soon
no
as you hit
guessing.
the rocks, you just pull it up.
Chances are you got a fish on.
Usually, or 2 or 3.
Okay, let's be real. Let's be real.
or 2 or
Sometimes we
3.
do have days where we scratch our head like with Eddie fishing
yeah.
out there. But that is one thing like people ask, even what's your favorite, how many times people ask what's your favorite guide trip to do? And I tell them bottom fishing.
It is
Because it's so productive. The fish are so damn good to eat.
Yep.
Generally, they are not as finicky as salmon. Now, granted, salmon aren't that finicky when there's 2 million of them running around. But like for the most part, they're not as finicky as salmon.
And it's cheaper to get into in a way.
Cheaper to get into, easy access, fun, exciting.
and you can do it so many different ways. You can,
Yeah.
I can catch fish vertical jigging in the same spots that I can run swim baits.
Yeah.
So you can kind of pick and choose. The group of guys I had this weekend, they wanted to learn it, so we switched it up different times just to show people how to do it.
It's fun fishing for fish that actually want to eat.
Right, right.
versus the springers that will see like swim into your spread and then and then peel off to
Well,
the side.
the variety of what you catch. When you drop down, you never know what you're going to catch.
What else did you catch besides black rocks? Did you catch any, Irish lords or
We got a
anything?
quill.
Oh, quill too.
Yeah, we got a quill this weekend too. 2 small cabezon. So you really never know when you drop down. That's the cool part about it. We
Right.
got. I mean, there's more restrictive seasons on those, but cabbies aren't until July 1st. And
Is it July 1st this year?
yeah, I think they pushed it.
And as I'm going to say it right now, check your local listings and regulations.
Yes.
As always, I always joke on the live feed whenever we talk about like a season opener. It's like, whoa, y'all better check where you're fishing.
Yeah.
Check your emergency regulations and openers. No one wants to go out and get in trouble now.
Well, and the lower Columbia is different too, because if you're going out of Washington and fishing in Washington, it's different than fishing in Oregon.
That's right. You got to abide by it's unlike the salmon regulations. You have to abide by the state's landing regulations. So like the bottom fish limits are different, and then the size restrictions are different on lingcod too.
Right.
Good
so
point.
we go out of Oregon, so it's we have the five rockfish, 22-inch lingcod, where Washington doesn't have those.
Yeah. There's no limit on lingcod,
Right.
and 7 rockfish plus 2 lingcod.
Plus 2
And
lingcod.
then the Oregon's plus 2 lingcod. Yeah. So
So
check your local rules
Yep.
and regulations. Why aren't you down there like cooking the living snot out of these, Jordan?
Oh, man, there's been too many shiny, smelly Chinook
Okay,
to
that
chase.
That
And I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be boastful, but I will. But they've just been easy to catch, and it's hard to say no. It's very rare where you get this high quality salmon this time of year and can leisurely go catch them. Me and Marlon have fished a bunch. I fished a bunch, and I swear, out of 20 some days of Chinook fishing, probably this year, I started before 8:30 or 9, maybe once, maybe twice.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and so that's why it's been, and with, of course, the price of fuel and trying to, economically make all these videos that we've been coming out with. It's just been easier to stick around and use the resources that we have closer to home.
I guess when they're swimming in our backyard,
That's just it.
It's tough to leave.
And it's been fun. And it's been, being able to go up the gorge or go to Bonneville or fish a local trib or go down to the coast and have that variety with the same style of fishing, and change your scenery every day as an angler is as good as it gets, and I also kind of like what you were saying, like with the rockfish. My best thing I like to use, I don't know much, but it's whatever is cheapest, and that's why I haven't been going rock fishing, because I go off the jetty and just fish until all my stuff is gone.
Yeah. that does happen.
Fish
That's
until
true.
I lost every plastic and jig head, and then I go home.
That happens.
yeah, it is true. If you got to learn exactly the.
And I've been
types of
trying to
gear.
run away from the rain, so. But that's just it. It's been so much fun at the variety and again, being able to be alone in a lot of these fisheries and not be around a lot of people. We haven't all been jammed in the same places. It's made it nice. It made it a very fun spring so far. So
I went salmon fishing yesterday out of a very, very popular ramp, and there was maybe 8 trailers. When sometimes there's right now, if during a spring Chinook opening, like for late May, there should have been 40.
Yeah.
Even on a Tuesday, like
Yeah.
there it should have been. I mean, conditions were perfect. Fishing was good. It's like this is great.
Yeah, that's I've noticed it all spring since they had the reopener that the pressure spread out.
Yeah.
which is
kinda
great for
nice.
the fish too.
It is.
We all know that coming into the future seasons, like there's a lot of fish. The amount of rain we've had, the awesome steelhead
Right.
season that we
Yeah, I was
saw,
just
there's
gonna say,
steelhead
there's
spawning in
no
places they haven't in
question.
10 years.
If you guys look at like the last video that came out on addicted fishing where we took the Florida.
Mhm.
The Florida dudes. We got to talk about that prank too, Jordan. I wasn't letting you off the
I
hook.
know.
I wasn't going to let you off the hook that easy. But like, I mean, really to end like the steelhead season on just steelhead flipping everywhere. I mean, really everywhere. And even some of the rivers that we fished that closed down in the middle of March just to wild fish regulation stuff, like it was the best steelhead fishing we'd seen in 10 years. Lots of little ones, not a lot of big fish, but you could tell like those 2 salts were just freaking everywhere. And so all of a sudden it was like, well, wait, I thought we weren't going to get much steelhead.
Right.
And come to find out, like everyone's like going, damn, there's a lot of steelhead. And then here come the spring Chinook right behind it. And, it was forecasted to be this number. And now there's like 70,000 more forecasted. And now, honestly, like talking with some of the local like planners and season setters right now, we can't kill enough of these things before June 16th. And I know that sounds like a little like crazy, but like literally
Sounds
within
a bit morbid.
a little bit morbid, but like within the just the numbers that are available with what came over, with what the earlier season was restricted to only catching so few, and then it turned out to be so many. Like the reality is like we can't kill enough. In fact, there's discussions like right now about opening other areas other than practically everything's open right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's even some openers even further up the river, like above the Dalles Dam and stuff, which we historically would never get this, ever get this time of year. So it's just a really cool situation to think that, well, maybe the summer steelhead and the summer Chinook. Oh, that's the other thing. Summer Chinook. There are absolutely summer Chinook already being caught.
Marlon got one this weekend.
weekend. My buddy Casey's got
Just
them.
greener and green.
And the pit tags going over Bonneville are showing that. And those ones are already over Bonneville, and they were over last week. Like, those shouldn't really be poking around too hard until about the first week of June, second week of June, even in the lower river. And we've been catching them now for almost 2 weeks. Not catching a ton of them. Obviously, most of them are black-faced upriver spring, but they're showing. It's like, man, we could really be in it. Do you want anybody catching any sockeye yet?
Nope. No sockeye yet.
Not yet.
But shad.
Shad.
Shad. Definitely
Absolutely.
shad.
They were all over my side scan yesterday, and I mean, like, bunches of them.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're a shad guy, get ready for that too.
Yes. And it's fun.
Oh, we got to do shad live. You got to go with us to the shad live feed on Wednesday.
It's a blast.
Yeah, we got that coming up too.
Yes. So it's a great year, everybody. If you haven't really gotten into fishing, if you're new to the Northwest, or if you haven't fished in years, or you have kids, or an elder that really used to love fishing, it's a great year to go out and give it another shot. Go to your local areas, go to your local tackle shops, Bob's, Sports and Zora House, Fisherman's Marine, and ask some questions and get out there and give it a shot. It's a great year, and it's going to be an awesome summer to get back into a very, very fun sport.
We didn't even talk about all the trout plants.
Right.
With the 800 tags, there are 800 tags. They put out 800 prize tags, and only like 300 have been claimed. And we actually caught one live on our live feed when we went and fish. I'll say it, Horseshoe Lake. Like, they put a ton of trout in that thing. We caught a $20 gift card.
Nice.
On a trout, and it's like there's all that opportunity too. So, and don't even get me started on the bass, but that'll be for another time.
Yes.
Yep. All right, guys. So real quick and dirty, we wanted to give you guys a quick update of what we're doing. Get out there, like Jordan said. Don't forget, store 30% off everything. There might be a free pack of worms. There might be, I don't know, a free car in there. Hell, I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
You get a car. You get a car.
It could be. You never know, right? Marlin is kind of crazy. So be sure to check that out, addicted.fishing. And you know what? Once again, like we talk about too, even with our stuff, like our supply on worms and everything like that, like, I mean, if you're a big steelheader, I mean, now's the time to stock up. Great opportunity, because damn good and well come October and November, we won't have any. And nobody will. At least the ones you want. So, yep. Thanks for coming in, RJ.
Yeah, no problem.
And we got a live feed to do.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you guys.
Ladies.